How you doing? So I'm doing a buff comparison with the best buff of 2021. So in this case, I'm using Diablo versus Mr. Fantastic. As I mentioned before in my past videos, I'll post down the link below because I just did one with Ultron, and after that I did one with Kingpin. So I'm going to post a link below. Like I mentioned in those videos, that the best way to, in my opinion, the best way to showcase the buff champions is to use auto fight in Realm of Legends. If you disagree, write in the comment section below. I would like to know so I can give it a thought and to show you guys how do a comparison who's the best buff in 2021 is. So in here I'm using Diablo as our auto fight. So keep in mind this is only one take for all my videos. To be fair, not to be biased, I'm not using the best take I am with Diablo. And spoiler alert, this is actually probably the worst I've seen Diablo use auto fight without synergies against Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. That's just to let you know, spoiler alert. But let's see. This is I probably with the worst. I think it is. I'm most likely sure that this is going to be the worst auto fight gameplay without synergy with Diablo. And let's see how good he is compared to Mr. Fantastic. And just letting you know, uh, Mr. Fantastic does have class disadvantage. To be fair, I'll be throwing a 15% attack boost for Mr. Fantastic. So, as I mentioned, this is not the best take for Diablo's auto fight. This is probably the worst I've seen Diablo auto fight Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. So he's not going to be solo it. As I mentioned, it's only first take. I don't do multiple takes to give you the best outcome for Diablo. Even without synergy, Diablo most of the time does solo Realm of Legends Winter Soldier, but not in this case. As I mentioned, he's not going to be able to solo Realm of Legends Winter Soldier in this fight. But let's just see how does Mr. Fantastic do. Even though this is probably the worst take Diablo is using auto fight in Realm of Legends against Winter Soldier. So grab your popcorn and watch some great awesome gameplay using auto fight. Well, I don't say it's awesome gameplay because he's not going to be able to solo Winter Soldier. But anyways, if you have your popcorn, get it ready, man. It's um going to be a fun, interesting fight. I guess I don't know if it is or not, but yeah, there you go. As you know, if you're new to the game, Diablo can only activate his SP3 one time, because if he could do it multiple times, he would just be too overpowered. All you have to do is pretty much get to SP3 all the time, and the opponent will be knocked out. Like almost any opponent will be knocked out in like two SP2s, you know, with a 5-star, rank 5. So he can only access SP3 once, and after that he'll be able to access SP2 and SP1. One thing about Diablo, why he can take so much hits, is because he takes at SIG 200, he takes 30% reduced damage from all sources. That's including recoil. He's also regenerating from suicide masteries. As I mentioned, this is like the worst possible fight I have seen with Diablo without synergies using auto fight. But now I'm gonna exit out of here. I'm going to use Mr. Fantastic. So to be fair, I'm gonna add an extra 15% attack boost to Mr. Fantastic because he does have class disadvantage. If that's not fair enough, I'm gonna throw in pretty much all his synergies the Fantastic Four, and I'm going to throw in an extra copy of his. He gains extra synergies when with every copy he gets. I believe he gets an extra 30% attack, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why I threw in an extra Mr. Fantastic. I don't know if it's the best. This is the best synergy team, but I feel like this is arguably the best, one of the best synergies you can have for Mr. Fantastic. So that's why I use this team. As I mentioned, I will be throwing a 15% attack boost to be fair. I'm also gonna activate all his pre-fight abilities to give him, as much advantage as he can to go up against Winter Soldier. I feel like even though with class disadvantage against Winter Soldier, full synergies alone, it's more than fair, as well as giving him, plus I'm giving him 15% attack boost. So let's see how well he does against Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. And I also, as you can see on Winter Soldier, he has all those debuffs because I activated all his free fight abilities against Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. So if you had to guess, who do you think is going to win? What's his name? Diablo had 0% health left, and Realm of Legends Winter Soldier had 36% health, and that was like the worst fight I ever seen with Diablo using auto fight. So in this case, can Mr. Reed, Mr. Fantastic, can do more than damage than Diablo? We'll see. With full synergy and a 15% attack boost. He is SIG 200, so he's going to be able to block a lot of projectiles, and I think he can also block hits. I'm not sure, but I know he can block projectiles for sure. Sometimes, not all the time, because he's at SIG 200. It depends on also how many buffs the opponent has. That's really great for Mr. Fantastic. As you can see here, he's throwing his SP3, so he's not going to be able to take recoil damage, which is pretty smart for auto fight. I think right now, if I had to guess, I feel like Mr. Fantastic is holding his own against Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. The fact that, even though he is fully synergized and with a 15% attack boost, he does have class disadvantage and he doesn't have any type of regen. He also is not immune to, you know, suicide mastery. So for him to be able to last this long against Realm of Legends Winter Soldier, I feel like it's a really good run. So when I think about Mr. Fantastic buff, I think it's definitely one of the best buffs this year. Arguably top 5 best buff this year when you include his synergies, because I don't really play Mr. Fantastic that much, but I think his synergies, his pre-fight abilities is really important to use in my opinion, and one of the best. Yeah, so as I mentioned, I think Mr. Fantastic buff is good. It's just not as good as Diablo's buff. And that's it. Thank you.